Now, you've also called for a fiscal stimulus of 3 lakh crore rupees. How important is that in addition to whatever else we've discussed?
Yeah. So there are two things here. One is we want the government to continue to spend as was promised in the budget on infrastructure, because I think that's a great and a big and important force multiplier. It impacts multiple industries. It's a good way to get the demand back. It's a good way to get economic activity in multiple parts of the country, because a lot of that infrastructure investment is happening across the country and in rural markets and semi-urban markets. The second part is the fiscal stimulus that we're talking about is to supplement that, because you don't have much headroom as far as RBI is concerned or monetary stimulus is concerned, because interest rates are quite low and there is a concern on inflation, right? So when you look at the fiscal stimulus, what we're saying is there is a bit of a demand shock because people are postponing expenditures because their incomes have come down or they spent more on medical treatment over the last year. So there is a need to address that, get money into the hands of the people. It could be through more allocation through the MNREGA scheme. Last year, I think we spent about 110,000 crores. This year, the budget is about 70,000 crores. So can we get more into that? Secondly, can we look at cutting the GST, for instance, for consumer goods by 2-3% for 6 months? We are not saying do it permanently, but just to get the confidence back into people, or so that people spend less on what they buy on a regular basis. So some of these initiatives also to support support both the MSME sector as well as the high contact businesses, which have been very significantly impacted, like the hospitality sector, the travel, aviation, etc. So some of these sectors need more support. They've struggled for the last 18 months or so. And so the stimulus of 3 lakh crores should be focused more and more on those segments.